Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Finishing up my week with a rookie MX-5 series race. Wanted to play around with some in-car camera settings. FOV's pretty much calculated, but I've been doing some reading and some watching on playing with offsets for shifting forward or back in the camera view. So made some adjustments, shifted back, trying it out. Decided that a rookie MX-5 race wouldn't be a bad idea for something to try it out. Short car that I'm still trying to learn. It's been a while since I've done a road race, so thought it would be a good way to jump back in and give you guys something hopefully fun to watch while I still kind of get used to this and see if I can translate it both on the road as well as possibly over to the oval side. So we're going to close out week 11 with this, and we're going to go out for qualifying. We are at Oran Park Raceway on the south layout. Pretty tight, quick track, not a ton of passing zones, but should be a good time. So hopefully I can get anywhere near my all-time best and put the car towards the front. This pit exit is so tight. It's a good thing we don't have to do any live pit stops or anything like that, because that'd be interesting with how tight that exit is. We're gonna go out and see what we can do. Not sure what to expect out of this split in terms of fast times, and I know I'm pretty inefficient with running some sections here, some spots that I'm still trying to work on, both the lifting points as well as the driving line itself. So it's all a work in progress, and like I said, trying to get used to this camera view. I think it's going to be better for me overall. It seemed to make me a little bit more consistent once I got used to it, but we'll see what we can do. Lap 2 has always been faster for me, so we're just going to try to put a solid lap in on lap 1. No real big mistakes, not pushing it too hard. Get something in, and then we'll see what we can do on lap number 2. This is one of the sectors I've been really struggling with in practice. Just cannot seem to pick up very much time through it. But it's still a lot of fun. I like these tracks where it's, you know, tighter and less about drafting and more about actually getting the car through the corners. Really bad turn 7 there. Not happy with that turn 7. Hopefully we can make lap 2 a decent one. 8:42, not a bad first lap for me. What's a second right now? Kind of overshot turn 1 a little bit there. Hopefully we'll get out of it a little bit quicker. Try to carry some momentum through here. Really bad corner there. Lost a ton of time. But still looking like it's faster than lap 1, so just see how well we can get out of turn 7. We'll carry some momentum up the hill. Not going to be a great lap, but we should be about a 10th off of all-time best. Half a 10th, so. We actually did jump the pole, so I'll take that. Nice. It was obviously needed, so. Pretty big speed gap. 3, myself and the 9 are pretty close, and then after that it spreads out quite a bit. Actually, not really too bad. The 5, 6, 1, and 4 are all pretty close to each other. And then from there is where it starts to spread out a little bit. So obviously with this being the fixed setup, I've made no adjustments to the setup. There's not really anything you can do. We're going to get paints refreshed as well. Make sure everybody's paints are good to go. Starting on the pole. I guess it's a good sign for the camera adjustments. Maybe it's working the way that I wanted it to. You know, I'm terrible at roads, so I'm gonna pull up sessions best. Get the car fired up. Hopefully get a decent start. Don't want to spin the tires too much off the line, but want to try to get rolling as clean as I can. 15 laps, gonna be a quick one. Not really too much room for making mistakes since they are so quick of laps, but try to do what we can, just get through turn 1 as cleanly as possible. I'm sure guys are going to be driving in first few corners a lot harder than I will, so we'll try to just get away that way. Get ready to go. Not a terrible start. This one just a little bit. 9's going to tuck in behind us. He's going to make sure he takes second. Look to the inside, so we're going to go. He backs out. All right, that makes it a lot easier for me. Pushed wide there, out of turn 1. So we're just going to try to hang here on the right-hand side. Just get to single file. Now it's all about me not making mistakes. It's going to be the biggest thing. If I don't make mistakes, we should be able to keep track position, stay in the lead. But I can't forget what I was doing in practice and qualifying either.
Thanks, Tom, mate. This is great.
Right. Looks like the front 3 kind of split out a little bit. We got about half second in between all 3 of us. Maybe some contact behind. Sounds like somebody headed to pit road. I overshoot turn 1, clip the curb. Not a very good corner. Gonna allow the 9 to close back up. Gotta clean those mistakes up. Trying to minimize the sliding out of that corner as well to build up the momentum. The more I slide, the less speed I'm carrying. And then late apexing 7 is huge for getting the run down the front stretch. 9 did a really good job closing up. 6 stays about the same distance back. 9 picked up a couple tenths that lap.
That lap was at 46. Went 9-1. You're 2 tenths off the pace in sector 1.
Try to keep it a lot tighter here in turn 1.
7-4.
Should help me get away a little more. Let's see how much better that corner was compared to the lap before. Alright. Decent run there. Pull away a little bit from both the 9 and the 6. 6 is trying to close up on the 9. They could close into a battle that would help me. Overshoot turn 1 again. Really bad. That's going to allow the 9 right back to us. Gotta work on that. Lucky that I had as much of a lead as I did. 9 gets turned by the 6. So that's going to give us a little bit more of a lead. Really bad break for the 9. I have to check and see what happened after there. So we've got a much bigger lead now. Obviously, very beneficial considering how bad of a lap I ran. So jumped almost a full second. That was quite a bit from overshooting turn 1. I feel like I almost entered a bit too shallow, but not horrific.
The gap behind is now 1.9.
Gap's just a little over 2 seconds right now. Underdrove that corner. Right now I'd rather underdrive the corners than overdrive them. It'll cost me a lot less time.
Need to find a 10th in sector 2.
The hill almost pushed a little wide. It's not a great lap. Gap's down to 1.5 now with the 6. Looks like he's closing in on us. I know I can probably find a couple tenths.
Sector 3 time is fast.
Much better turn 1. Still pushed a bit wide going into 2, which sets us up for a bad 3. Trying to carry some momentum out of 4 into 5. Like I said, I really enjoy this layout. I know it can be tough for passing, but it's just a lot of fun to me in these cars. Open up a couple tenths on the 6. He's got a big gap over the 5, almost a second and a half, and almost 4 seconds back to the 11, so front 3 are kind of close, and then it really separates out there. Trying to diamond that corner a little bit, see if I can carry a little momentum as well as get a little bit of a better entrance into 2. Really screwed up 2 and 3 there, though. Throttle, try to not keep it pushed it a little wide there. Should have waited a little bit more to pick up the throttle. I think some of these inconsistencies are coming from the camera adjustments. I'm still getting used to it, but a lot of it's just because I'm still really terrible at road. Trying to improve on that. I feel like it's definitely made me a little bit better, though. It's just going to take some more working with to get used to. Much better, too, that time. Just a little wide there, caught a bit of the curb, got the car a bit loose, able to save it. Got off the track. Lucky to not catch a time penalty. Stupid unforced error there. Really stupid unforced error. If I can keep everything within a 1/10 and a half or so of my fast lap, I'll be happy with that. I think we can go a little bit quicker, but for right now, I'll be really happy with that kind of consistency.
The gap behind is now 2.0 seconds.
Probably could have picked up just a little bit more through turn 4, but we're still opening the gap up, so can't complain about that. A little late there into 5. Push up the hill, so lose a lot of time out of 7. I think I entered a bit too early into 7. Working lap 10 now. Got 6 to go. 11's not happy with somebody. Pushed wide there, out of 1. Gonna set up a worse 2. Trying to let the cart roll up turn 7 a little bit more. Sector 3 was not very good, but neither was Sector 1. Gas still stands right around 2 seconds. About another second back to the 5. Track position definitely key here as I overshoot turn 1.
Sector 1 is quick.
Obviously, I know we're reasonably fast compared to the other drivers, but I think that's more because of how weak a split it is, since my iRating's still terrible. If I was matched up in a tougher split, we'd be getting murdered right now, but work with what I can. Trying to clean it up. Sector 3's been getting really bad the last couple laps. Try to clean it up a little bit more. I don't think it's definitely not the car and the tires falling off. It's just me not driving well. Really tight line through everyone there. Throttle a little too early, kind of kills the run there off of 4. Trying to make 5, 6, 7 a little bit better. Just driving reverse now. That's okay though. We can open up the gap up to 3 seconds. 3 to go. Trying to click off some better laps. Gonna overshoot 1 again. Able to dial it back in a little bit.
The gap behind is increased to 3.4 seconds.
Try to roll through 2 a little bit better. A little bit of better 4 there, even though I lost some time on the exit of it. Still killing 5 and 6 though. I'm losing a lot of time, and then I enter way too early into 7, which kills the run up the hill. It's gonna be about almost 3/10 faster than the previous lap, so definitely made some improvements there.
Come on, Jake. 2 laps left. You're P1. We're setting the pace. That lap time was 46.67.
Trying to keep a tighter line through 1, just too slow. Really bad 4 there. See if we can try to improve on 5 and 6. Straighten it out, be a little bit more efficient with it. White flag this time. Big gap now, over 4 seconds. 5's trying to close, and then he's 3/4 of a second behind 6. 2's actually moved his way into 4th.
47.00.
Somewhat decent 1 there. Still too tight of an entrance into 2. Lost a couple hundredths there. Trying to keep an even pace through 4. Overshot 6. So not a great finish to the lap, but not a bad run overall. Able to recover from some of the mistakes, keep it cleaner than everybody. Obviously, we had the 1 off track, which it's not the best, but big improvement for me. Short race, so like I said, trying to get back into the swing of road things. Work on this track a little bit. I think with my best there, I thought I was able to run. Picked up like, I don't know, 3/10, 4/10, something like that, compared to my previous best here in this car. So take that, some progress that way. Just staying out here, letting everybody finish, and you know, still plenty of work to do. But like I said, trying to get used to this offset change. I think it definitely helped. Consistency was not as good as I wanted it to be, but I definitely think, you know, if I went back and watched a previous race here, it's gotten a lot better. So take a look at incidents.
Good game.
See if we can watch everything. What happened? See if we can see what happened between the 9. Alright, so I believe this is the 1 just getting loose out of turn 7. I've done that. That collects the 4 as well as the 8. I've definitely done that in practice. I can completely understand how that happens. Just depends on what kind of speed you come in with, but I've definitely done that in practice. So here's going to be the deal with the 6 and the 9. So I overshot the corner. This is when the 9 was getting close. And the 6 just carries a lot of speed through, too. He was going to make it stick if he had been by himself, but just a little too much with the 9. Gets right into the right side of the 9, spins the 9 around. Tough break for the 9. Then he's going to try to turn around. Tough to turn it tight here. 6 is also going to clip the wall coming out of 7. Yeah, gets himself wide, just gets into the wall a little bit there. 9 after got himself turned around. Drags the wall going into 1. I've done that in practice. 1's going to overshoot 7. Get the wall. 9 going to do it again into 1. Kind of a bit of netcode there. 1 gets himself off the track. Going into 4, spins himself around. Off track there by the 4, just clips it. It seems like here, if you clip the grass or a little bit of the curbing, it just rips the car right around. 12 is going to push himself wide out of 7. Get the wall. 4's going to get the wall on the front stretch. I think it was checker flag. So pretty clean race actually. Incident count, a few people had some of the 5, obviously kept it clean, 10, 11 as well. But yeah, I overall, I'm pretty happy with that. So let's take a look at the results. They should be hopefully somewhat decent. Second split of 8. There may or may not be more running. I feel like there's got to be more than that, but 1396 strength of field, so just a tiny bit over what we were coming into this one. A little bit of safety rating gain, 0.08. Not sure if I'm going to be able to run enough races for week 12 and week 13 to get over 3.0 and license up to an A by the end of it. And I have to look and see if I've run enough B races as well to have the MPR met, but we'll see. But just do what we can. If we stay at B, it's no big deal. I'm not ready to really run into the A classes anyway, so just got to keep learning, keep it safe as much as I can. Decent iRating gain, almost 100, just under 1500 now. Obviously, that's still really, really low overall, but for me, it's going to be steps learning and trying to unlock those driving skills, those driving lines, lifting points, getting all that down to where that becomes muscle memory and not having to actively think about it. And then it's just about executing those fine little points on the track that picks up that speed. But pretty happy with that overall. We were actually able to set the fastest lap of the race around the pole, so can't be too upset with that for myself. Pretty fun race. Like I said, it was pretty quick. Just kind of used it as a test to get back into road racing as well as check that camera stuff. So hopefully that was a little better for you guys. You could see a little bit more as well. Not that we had a ton of traffic around us or all behind us, but it makes it a little bit easier to see for you guys too. I'm sure on the oval side, if we get in the middle of battles, it'll make it a little bit easier. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. Feel free to leave any feedback, driving lines, how you run Oran Park, if you have experimented with your offsets or whatnot, driving heights to what you guys find works, why you've made changes. Love to hear from you guys on that way. Maybe play around with some of those in practice or test sessions and see if some of your ideas work out even better for me than what I have. So love to hear from you guys. Again, pretty quick one, and we will get rolling with week 12 here soon. So until next time, hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.